She wants to be a film editor, and her capstone was about how women of color are underrepresented in the field. She created an editing reel showing the importance of diverse perspectives behind the camera. As her capstone professor, Dr. Vernita Singh, describes her, quote, "She's a conscientious researcher, a creative problem solver, and a great colleague, because I can always count on her to engage the quiet kid and take the lead in small group activities." That's high praise. Here you go, Althea.
Wow, I'm nervous. Okay. Okay, if you hear clicking, it's my knees buckling. Okay, cool. Hello. Thank you so much for coming to celebrate all of our accomplishments. I know I was crawling to the finish line. I'd like to first dedicate this to my family, my mom, my friends Rianka, Ruth, and they helped me together through the 4 years of college. Whew, I want to get through this good. As well as the ScholarCHIPS Scholarship Award for children of incarcerated parents who put me through college. Mi nombre... Woo! I don't have waterproof mascara. Mi nombre es Althea Guevara. Soy de El Salvador. Creída good Lord. Creída de una madre soltera que cuidó 3 hijas pequeñas y un bebé después de emigrando de los Estados Unidos cuando tenía mi edad. Esto es dedicado a usted, mamá. My name is Althea Guevara. I'm a proud Central American and raised by a single mother who moved to the US when she was my age with 3 young children and me. She was the one who taught me how to balance all of the moving parts. This is technically my first time walking the stage. Technically, at least. I was part of the 2020 graduation class of my high school and associates, and unfortunately, we all know how that happened. When I first came to VCU, I had started out in the VCU Arts Cinema program. However, it didn't align with me or my budget. So I looked around and I asked for days of what I could do. I was lost. I looked into marketing, but that didn't fit right with me. I looked into criminology, but the most I was interested in crime was the true crime documentaries I had to analyze. It wasn't until my advisor mentioned the IDST major. As some of the interdisciplinary people here have already spoken about, so I don't want to drag on my speech and sniffle into the mic too much, but my disciplines are film production and film studies. I wish to be in the filming industry. However, there isn't many like me. I don't want to be an actor, though, or a director, obviously. But I want to work more behind the scenes. See, when working in a film, there are many moving parts. There's pre-production, production, and post-production, and many more in between. There is a balance between every department and building an impeccable product, like a movie, a film, or in this case, the IDST majors. We as IDST students have to juggle many different hats. Some of us work, some of us have families to provide for, and all of us are students. Being a student, though, is difficult. Many times people believe a student's job is just to study. Unfortunately, that's not a lot of us. What we have is a luxury. Being a student means studying, researching, getting those attendance points, having hobbies, having a social life, trying to have a sleep schedule, emphasis again on the trying, self-care, navigating being an adult, maintaining a job, or just trying to find a job. I'm sure we all know. Avoiding the freshman cough or any other college sickness or from crashing out our immune system or crashing out our bank account. Yet somehow we did it. We got up every day, even though when some of those days were hard, to just put our shoes on. Yet somehow we found the balance. I know my industry will be hard. I'm a POC woman in the industry where there aren't many like me. But just like everyone here, I will make my own path and find my own footing where I will flourish. We've all gathered our skills from diverse backgrounds and fields to navigate this complex world and our industries. Finding the balance is where our difficulties may lie. However, this is my advice to everyone here, including y'all. Think of someone you admire or someone you hold at a high regard. It could be anybody, a celebrity, an influencer, or a family member. Nothing. Would you really speak to them the way you speak to yourself and your self-doubts? I'm not good enough, I don't have it together, I'm not successful. You're telling me you're gonna tell Rihanna and Dolly Parton they're not successful? Crazy. That's crazy, but you do you. All I know is I wouldn't say that. If you wouldn't say that to the person you admire, why say it to yourself? Have some grace, have some patience. Most of us are in our 20s. Technically, I'm only 2 in adult years. Like my mother always says, échale ganas. While directly it means give it your all, to me it means go, keep going, go, do it, for the love of God, keep doing, and my favorite, go or also help me God, if you don't do it, I will come down there and I will give you a dead stare that the earth and moon will be so scared of. So while I may not know what everyone's discipline here may be, I will tell you the same thing and the same advice. Échale ganas. Or also help me. Thank you.
My one goal is to not cry. Class of 2024, undergraduates,